Cora. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Henry. This book is And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street by Dr. Seuss. It's a very old book. I think one of his first books. He wrote many. Um, and it's the last of a big pile of books that I got out of the library. So as soon as I read this one, I'm going to show you. Look. I read all of these books to you guys. I read all of these. So, whoops. This last one is the last one in the pile, and then I'm going to go to the library and get more. Okay, I'm all over the place, I know, but now we're back. Hi. To Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street by Dr. Seuss. When I leave home to walk to school, Dad always says to me, "Marco, keep your eyelids up and see what you can see." And when I tell him where I've been and what I think I've seen, he looks at me and sternly says, "Your eyesight's much too keen. Stop telling such outlandish tales. Stop turning minnows into whales." Now, what can I say when I get home today? All the long way to school and all the way back, I've looked and I've looked and I've kept careful track, but all that I've noticed, except my own feet, was a horse and a wagon on Mulberry Street. There's nothing to tell of that won't do, of course. There's nothing to tell of. That won't do, of course. Just a broken down wagon drawn by a horse. That can't be my story. That's only a start. I'll say that a zebra was pulling the cart. And that is a story that no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. Yes, the zebra is fine, but I think it's a shame such a marvelous beast with a cart that's so tame. The story would really be better to hear if the driver I saw were a charioteer. A gold and blue chariot is something to see, something to meet, rumbling like thunder down Mulberry Street. No, it won't do at all. A zebra's too small. A reindeer is better. He is fast and he's fleet, and he might look mighty smart on old Mulberry Street. Hold on a minute, something's wrong. A reindeer hates the way it feels to pull a thing that runs on wheels. He'd be much happier instead if he could pull a fancy sled. A reindeer and a sleigh? Say, anyone could think of that. Jack or Fred or Joe or Nat. Say, even Jane could think of that. But it won't do. But it isn't too late to make one little change. A sleigh and an elephant. Now that's something strange. I'll pick one with plenty of power and size, a blue one with plenty of fun in his eyes, and then, just to give him a little more tone, have a Rajah with rubies perched high on a throne. Say, that makes a story that no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. But now, I don't know, it doesn't seem right. An elephant pulling a thing that's so light would whip it around in the air like a kite, but he'd look simply grand with a great big brass band. A band that's so good should have someone to hear it, but it's going so fast it's hard to keep near it. I'll put on a trailer. I know they won't mind if a man sits and listens while hitched on behind. But now, is that fair? Is it fair what I've done? I bet those wagons weigh more than a ton. That's really too heavy a load for one beast. I'll give him some helpers. He needs two, at least. But now what worries me is this. Mulberry Street runs into Bliss. Unless there's something I can fix up, there'll be an awful traffic mix-up. It takes the police to do such a trick, to guide them through where the traffic's thick. It takes police to do the trick. Then they'll never crash now. They'll race at top speed with Sergeant Mulvaney himself in the lead. See the guy listening? He looks like he's having fun. Hey, if I were riding along here, you know what I would say? Whee! Can you say that? Come on, say it with me. Whee! The mayor is there, and he thinks it is grand, and he raises his hat, and they dash by the stand. The mayor is there, and the aldermen too, all waving big banners of red, white, and blue. And that is a story that no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. With a roar of its motor, an airplane appears and dumps out confetti while everyone cheers. And that makes a story that's really not bad, but it still could be better. Suppose that I add a Chinese man who eats with sticks, a big magician doing tricks, a 10-foot beard that needs a comb. No time for more. I'm almost home. I swung round the corner and I dashed up through the gate. I ran up the steps and I felt simply great. For I had a story that no one could beat, and to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. But Dad just said calmly, just draw up your stool and tell me the sights on the way home from school. There was so much to tell, I just couldn't begin. Dad looked at me sharply and pulled in his chin. He frowned at me sternly from there in his seat. Was there nothing to look at, no people to greet? Did nothing excite you or make your heart beat? Nothing, I said, growing red as a beet, but a horse and wagon on Mulberry Street. So he didn't tell his dad the whole story. Did I skip a page? No, I guess that's it. He had a big imagination. Or did he really see those things? Well, now I'm going to the library to find some more books. And if you guys want to tell me any books that you want to hear, you let me know, okay? Have your mom and dad send a text with some book suggestions, or I'll just go pick some more. I'm going to look for some Mr. Putter and Tabby again, and I'll see what else I can find, okay? I love you guys. See you when I get back from the library. Mwah.